My experience of desert journeys is of great stillness. You get out into the most remote parts of Australia, and there's something very nurturing about the desert space. It's a very big part of Australia, and it is profoundly changing. We go to remote places where you know that, if you break a leg, it's 300 or 400 kilometres to the nearest thing that might look like a settlement. Mostly it's a journey. We have, very strong, very capable four-wheel drives, and we head off. We go past where the corrugations are, and we head off into the sand tracks. We'll camp somewhere, no water, no loo, no showers, make a campfire, and one of the car groups will cook the meal for us all, and we'll talk about what this means for us, what it is to be here. People have very wide differences in what they experience. For some people, it's the most incredible experience of community, to the point where it's quite challenging and transforming. And it's in the meeting of love for one another they actually have a spiritual experience. Often people are making major life decisions the week after they get home because they've met who they are in the clear stillness of the desert. 95%, conservatively speaking, of the people who go into the desert with us have a profound spiritual connection. The last journey, I really came away again with a sense of this is so important. This is so good. And quite often being always some leadership role, it's actually quite difficult to sometimes to just slow down myself, but this time I really loved it.
The desert is a very unusual space and a very profoundly non-human space. So what happens is we spend about a week together, and our day takes on a really simple rhythm. You wake up in the morning, someone's put a billy on the fire. We have a fireplace every night, and people who've been sleeping out in their swags under the stars just roll up their swag and come to breakfast. And the day unfolds with wherever the journey's taking us that day in our vehicles. So it has this kind of flow to it, which is not about an agenda and a destination and things we have to see or things we have to do. And it takes you into a very different space of relating to your world. So we do that for a week, and usually try and make contact with Indigenous people in some way. And we tell stories around the campfire at night, and that's probably the most significant part of the day. Stories from our Australian outback, explorers' stories, Indigenous people's stories, stories from each other's lives, and stories of wonder of what we've seen and discovered in the day. So people usually bring to the campfire, a story of, oh, look what I saw today, I found this lizard. That's what a journey is. When people come on the journey, what I find is they end up discovering the child within them, because in a way they're in a giant sandpit. And the colours, the textures, the feel of the environment is so imminent that you have to relate to it. Profoundly what happens is people see a sand dune and they want to run up and roll down it. And that is a big part of the fun.